Hello, welcome to Book Talk. I'm Christine. Today we're talking about Cassandra Clare's 5th book in the Mortal Instruments series, City of Lost Souls. It's beautiful, if I do say so myself. This is going to be a spoiler-full book talk episode. So if you have not read the book, I recommend leaving because I don't want to spoil it for you because it's great. If you haven't read the series, go ahead and get yourself Book 1, City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. So, if you haven't read the book, bye! Okay. Yeah, I love this book, just as I always do with Cassandra Clare's books. Well, we start with Simon, and he's been kicked out of his house, which sucks. His mom's gone crazy. And Rebecca has been calling for the last few weeks. I cried when he told her that he was a vampire, and she was like, Simon, I still want to see you, you're my brother. So we got Simon and Isabel. Isabel opens up more to him, which I really like. I love him and Isabel together. I don't know why they don't think that they're even dating, because they're definitely dating. Then we've got Simon and Jordan. Yeah, Simon and Jordan are a thing. Jordan and Maya got back together, which I'm happy about, because that way there's no loose strings with the Simon Isabel thing. We got that night when Isabel went over and got drunk. She did make a move on Jordan, and I was like, Isabel! Stop it! When Simon told Jocelyn about Clare being with Team Bad and Isabel stood up for him, I was like, yeah! So where was I going with this? I don't remember my train of thought. We see a lot of Brother Zachariah in this, and it's really feeling like Will Herondale. And I don't know how I feel about it. I'm glad Will's around because I get excited now when Zachariah's around. I'm like, oh my god, it's Will! Zachariah makes a reference to 2 people he would have died for. I don't know. There's the book in the apartment, The Moving Evil Apartment, The Tale of Two Cities from Will, which means maybe it was probably Tessa's. That whole situation still has me on edge. I love this line. She's always wanted a brother, and now she had one, Sebastian. It was like always wanting a puppy for a pet and being handed a hellhound instead. First you get Jace. You're in love with your brother, and then you get Sebastian, the devil incarnate. Oh my god. So we've got this whole kind of Sebastian redemption maybe thing going on, but at first, Sebastian's being all nice to Clary, weirdly weirdly talkative, and pretending he kind of has feelings. I hate when Sebastian pretends to have feelings because he's really manipulative and sometimes he's really believable. Like, I almost feel bad for the guy. Almost. But then you remember that he's actually an evil psychopath who started an entire war and killed Max. I didn't mean to kill him. Sebastian wasn't supposed to fight back. I didn't want to kill him. Please, bitch. Please. Finally, Sebastian decides to show his true colors again. Clary, you belong with me. Brothers and sisters in Egypt used to marry each other and it strengthens the bloodline. And I thought he was gonna rape her. I was getting really nervous. Weird because, with Jace, we're never creeped out when they're together in the first 3 books. Yeah, incest. Do it with Jace. With Sebastian, I'm like, oh god, I hate you. Get the fudge away from her. When they have that big fight and she almost kills him with the shard of glass, I completely forgot about the Jace thing. I was like, do it! And then he reminds her and I just, god damn it! Jace wants to give himself up to the Clave because he can't go on like this. He's basically helping an evil person take over the world. But Clary doesn't let him do it because she doesn't want him to be killed. She makes a decision for him. And that's just like how Damon, always will make the decision to save Elena even if Elena wants to sacrifice herself for the greater good. For the greater good. We've got this whole plot line with Simon, the Mark. And I like Simon having the Mark. I feel so much safer. Now we've got Raphael. He's gonna try to kill him in the next book in Heavenly Fire because he was like, well, you're protected by your Mark, but you just wait, honey. I'm coming to get you the second I can. Now the Mark is gone and I'm nervous for him at all times. First they try raising that demon, who is creepily powerful. I wonder if he's gonna come back into play. Simon and Clary have those fairy rings. I knew immediately Sebastian stole it. I don't know why Clary didn't just assume that the evil underlord living in the apartment with them didn't steal the ring. Rings that mold to your finger don't just fall off, but whatever, Clary. So they raise that demon Azazel. I love how Simon's like, Clary, hey, is Azazel a Smurf? And she's like, no more using the rings for Smurf questions. So we also meet, I think, some of the characters from the Dark Artifices, the next series that Cassandra Clare is working on. It's like the Blackthorns. Oh my god. Maureen. The end? She killed Camille? Ha! Someone killed her. I killed her. What? This whole Alec Magnus line, when Alec is actually considers for a long period of time shortening Magnus's lifespan to a human lifespan without him even knowing. I didn't think Alec would ever do that. That was just really mean. And at the end when they broke up, I cried. It was really upsetting. Do you think they're gonna get back together? I mean, probably in the end because they love each other, but it's gonna be a hard road back there. I would be pissed, man, if I was Magnus. Now, who are we gonna have as our warlock? We're gonna have to pay for Magnus? I'm tired of being your pet warlock. And really, Magnus has done so much for them in the last million books. You know what was interesting? How Magnus didn't know Simon's name? Calling him Seamus. I feel like they've been around each other so many times. Magnus, come on, man. You know Simon's name? Helen Blackthorn. She had kind of pointy ears. Nephilian blood was dominant, and the child of a fairy and a shadowhunter could be a shadowhunter as well. But sometimes the fairy blood could express itself in odd ways, even generations down the line. Does that have anything to do with Tessa? I really think that maybe Tessa just has fairy blood in her, and that's why she can change. But she's a shadowhunter too. Maybe. I don't know, but that sounds very fishy. Like, I wonder if she's a descendant of Tessa's, even though they have completely different last name. Who knows? You know, Tessa lived a long time. She could have had multiple husbands. Not that I think Tessa's the multiple husband type. You know what? Tessa is the multiple husband type. I don't even know what I'm saying. She has multiple boyfriends right now. Also, just random side note, really enjoyed Simon's "Clearly I Have Made Some Bad Decisions" t-shirt. He's lucky. He says, I was lucky at one point in this book, but you are lucky. You're one lucky son of a bitch to have survived so many almost death experiences. Clave can be like that, Isabel said. I guess we shouldn't have expected anything else. Passio quoquam, Simon said, or whatever their motto is. It's descent averno facilis est. The descent into hell is easy, said Alec. You just said kiss the cook. Damn it, I knew Jace was screwing with me. I really missed real Jace's presence in this book. So they go to see the fairy queen. Claire is like, hello? Is anyone there? One does not greet the queen of the Sealy court with the barbarous human hello, as if you were hailing a servant. The proper address is well met. First of all, what the hell does well met mean? Talk about pretentious. So Clary goes to steal these fairy rings, but in the case is the Clockwork Angel. Adding to my crackpot theory, Clockwork Angel is in the New York Institute. Also, why does Tessa not have her Clockwork Angel? Because Tessa's still alive. Where is Tessa? I want to see Tessa in this world. What are you doing here? That isn't really an answer to my question, you know. I was expecting more of a hallelujah chorus. I mean, it's not every day your boyfriend comes back from the dead. I already knew you weren't dead. I saw you in the library with Colonel Mustard. You can't not appreciate the clue jokes. I really love the scene where Clary comes to Simon with this ring plan. She like spills the rings out on the table and Simon's like, what, you want to get married? Don't be an idiot! I love the whole section with everyone staying at Magnus's house. Isabel goes to take a shower and Alec comes out. You smell like sandalwood. She hated the smell of sandalwood. We like sandalwood. Either that's the royal we or you and Magnus are turning into one of those couples that think they're one person. We have these throws to Clockwork Angel. Jace makes a reference that he's afraid of ducks. And then we have all these descriptions of Sebastian with his silvery hair and these silver rims around his eyes. Can't help being like, that's just like Jem. And Jem was on that demon drug. I love when Simon's talking to Raziel. I know we're not much compared to you, but we don't kill our friends. We try to save them. If heaven didn't want it that way, we ought to never have been given the ability to love. So, no, you don't need to help me. But if you don't, there's nothing stopping me from calling you up again and again now that I know you can't kill me. Think of it as me leaning against your heavenly doorbell. Forever. Touché, Simon, touché. The grand finale scene. I was expecting them to come and save the day before people start drinking from the demon cup. The infernal cup, which is, whoa, infernal devices, infernal cup. They all drink it before anyone arrives, and I'm getting nervous here. There was a cry, and the Shadowhunter reaching for the cup staggered back, an arrow in his throat. In disbelief, Clary whipped her head around and saw standing at the top of the stone dolmen Alec, in gear, holding his bow. He grinned in satisfaction and reached back over his shoulder for another arrow and was like, hell yeah, bitches! The A-team has arrived! They're trying to force Clary to drink that cup, and I was like, Jace, you asshole, come back! We've got Glorious, the sword. And Clary was like, give me the sword! Yeah, give her the sword! was thinking, because the angel described it, it'll burn the evil away from anyone that it cuts. I was thinking maybe you could just give Jace a little slice and then continue on to Sebastian. I didn't know it was like a one and done deal where the sword will burst into flames and engulf you in heavenly fire. Because it doesn't say you have to stab him through the chest. But she stabs Jace through the chest. I don't know if that was the best idea. I hope this doesn't come to like a Pushing Daisy's Immortal series type of situation. A little stressful. We have this great little paragraph right at the end. I fell in love with you because you're one of the bravest people I've ever known. So how could I ask you to stop being brave just because I loved you? Anyway, I think it's really important for them as a couple to accept this truth. I just recently reading Insurgent, this is a big issue with Four and Triss. Clare really gets Shadowhunter-y in this, and I was really excited about that. She really gets her Shadowhunter groove on. Hey! Which is really nice to see because she kind of feels really helpless in the other ones. I'm so angry about this Sebastian getting away thing. And we knew he was gonna get away. We knew he was, because it's the second book. Like, Valentine got away on the boat. He can't be caught before the last book. It's just the way things work. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, Sebastian. Yeah, so the next book, what do you think is going to go down? How are we going to find Sebastian, and what is his plan? Is he going to continue trying to strengthen Lilith? Oh, or is Lilith that much stronger because of all the demon Shadowhunters he created? And how many of those Shadowhunters lived? I think a lot of them were killed by the A-Team when they came and shut things down like they did. Yeah. Arrows. Alec was badass, man, with his arrows. He was like Katniss. Oh, the end! We bring in Brother Zacharias, so Will, I think, maybe. And on the floor, under like a sheet that Marsh put there, is ripped off angel wings with a note from Jonathan/Sebastian. I'm coming. He's coming, or his rule is coming. And whose wings are those? I'm excited! Let me know your favorite parts, your thoughts, your feelings. Yeah, all links are in the doobly-doo if you want to follow anything on Twitter or anywhere. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!